I didn't receive the I didn't receive the last session.
You haven't received last session videos? Let me check. Give me 2 minutes.
I didn't. Yeah.
What is time on your side, Juvency, right now?
Now is 6:13
6:50,
a.m.
6:15 a.m.
6:13.
6:18 a.m. Okay.
Yes. 13. 12. 13. But it is the morning.
I shared with you Ccnp day 50. Our last session
Yeah.
was on, I
Well,
think,
the last one is 15th day. 15.
day 15, right? And let me check the day.
Yeah.
Day 15. Day is a 14. Okay. Let me check any other session we have after 14. 15. Okay, let me check 15. Yeah, I think this is our session. Yes, PBR discussion. Okay.
Yeah.
I think only this day 16 video was pending,
Yeah.
right? This week there was no session. I think there was session on Monday, no? I think
No, no, even Monday this week we didn't have.
Monday and Tuesday there was no session, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm uploading day 16. Okay, you can check now. Yes, you can check now your mail. I shared with you this video, day 16.
Yeah, we received by even by phone now.
Clear? Juvency clear for you? Clear?
Yes, received.
Now, so we complete our dynamic routing protocol. Let me note down here. What we complete till now in our training, we complete our static routing configuration, right?
Yeah.
Default routing configuration. In dynamic routing, we complete our discussion on RIP protocol, EIGRP, and OSPF. We complete our route summarization topic, right? We
Yeah.
complete routing protocol authentication concept. Then we complete our IPv6 routing, right? IP,
IPv6 no.
no? Okay, no problem.
No, no.
IPv6, then okay, routing protocol authentication, then PBR, policy-based routing, policy-based
Yeah.
routing, route filtering, you can say. We complete our
Good
route
filter.
filtering, all the options. Now, what is our pending topics in our routing section? So our pending topic is BGP. Okay,
BG.
let me type here. Wait. So we complete these topics, and now our pending topics is what? NAT, FHRP, BGP protocol,
Hmm.
and VPN. In VPN, we can discuss GRE, okay, MGRE,
Yeah.
and DM VPN. Okay,
Okay.
DM VPN.
Yeah.
And then we can discuss IPv6. So these are the pending topics
Yes.
in our advanced routing implementation. Clear my point? Juvency.
Yes. Yeah.
It is only advanced routing. After that, we'll focus on complete switching. Okay, advanced switching.
Okay.
Okay, so before we start BGP, Border Gateway Protocol, let's talk about NAT and FHRP topic first. Okay, Juvency.
Okay.
Okay, let's start
Okay.
our
Nice.
NAT and FHRP. FHRP. After that, we can discuss our BGP, then
BGP.
VPN, and then IP version 6. Clear now? So
Yes.
these
Yeah.
are our pending topics. Clear now?
Yes.
Let me send you the text message in Zoom chat window. These are our pending topics. You can note down. So let's start our discussion
Yeah.
with NAT. NAT. What is NAT, Juvency? Any idea about NAT here? What is NAT?
Not.
NAT is what? Network
Um,
address
I can. I
translation.
can. I can give an example.
Yes, network address translation. Yes, yes, you can give any example.
Yes. It's right.
NAT is
Yeah.
what?
Maybe. Sometimes. Sometime.
Hmm.
When somebody or some enterprise want to use public IP, but this public they are the current using is the private, for example, DHCP, but now
PAT,
they
PAT is
should
an option. Port address translation is an option. What is the use of NAT?
the use of NAT is to translate or to it permit each user to go through in the internet using public IP.
Yes, public IP. Perfect.
I don't know
Yes.
if
Yes.
yeah. I
Let's
don't know if
continue
I
our discussion. Okay. Let's continue our discussion. So what is NAT? Network address translation. Okay. Network address translation. For example, I have a design. I have one netted device. It's called router. Okay. This router, one interface is connected with this LAN side portion. This is LAN side network. In LAN side network, we have private IP. Private IP, for
yeah.
example, I'm using 192.168.10.10, 10.11, 10.12, 10.13. This portion is your private side network, and this side you are using as a ISP side portion. Okay, ISP side
Yeah.
portion. Now into this design, if this portion, my point is what this portion is your private network portion. So in private network portion, we are using private IP. We are using private IP. And
Yeah.
this side of the network is a public side network. What is public side network? You are using public IP, you are using registered IP. Okay. Internet side portion.
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
into this design, if this 10.10, 192.168, 10.10 is trying to travel outside, trying to travel on internet side. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to travel on internet side, then it's required public IP. And what we are using? We are using private IP address here. So what we
Yes.
need to do, we need to translate our private IP into public IP. We need to translate our
Yes.
private IP into public IP. And for translation, we have a concept is called NAT, NAT, Network Address Translation.
Yeah.
In NAT, we
Hmm.
have translation
That is.
configuration option. We have translation configuration option. We have option static NAT concept. We can go with dynamic NAT, or you can go with a very popular option. It's called what? PAT, port address translation.
Part.
So
Yeah.
these are NAT implementation option. NAT implementation option. So in
Mm.
case if I'm working with a static NAT, what is static NAT? One-to-one mapping. Okay. One-to-one mapping. For example, in LAN side portion, I have 10 private IP address. Then I need 10 public IP. 99.99.99.1.2.3 and so on. I have 10 public IP because in LAN side portion, I have 10 private IP address. If you are going with static NAT configuration method, static NAT configuration option, then it is called one-to-one mapping. Okay. It's a one-to-one NAT. In static NAT, you need to create all translation entry statically, manually. Okay. For example,
Mm.
this 192.168.10.10, I can map with this public IP. This
Yeah.
10.11, I can map with this public IP. Public IP.
Okay.
So whenever
Okay.
this 10.10 is trying to travel outside, it can get this public IP and traffic is traveling to outside. If 10.11 is trying to travel outside, it can get this public IP and traffic is traveling to outside. So static NAT is what? It's a manual entry. As a network
Yeah.
administrator, as a router administrator, you need to create all entries statically. Clear my point?
Yes.
UNC clear
Clear.
for you? Now, static NAT is bidirectional. Remember always. Static NAT is what? Bidirectional. What is bidirectional means? If this 10.10 is trying to travel outside, it can get this public IP and traffic is traveling to outside. Or if anyone from outside will hit on this public IP, will hit on this public IP. As per static NAT
Then
configuration, your
reach.
firewall will redirect this traffic on 192.168.10.10.
Okay.
So it's a only static NAT, UNC. Only static NAT is what? It's a bidirectional. Okay. If anyone from
Okay.
outside will hit on this public IP, as per static NAT configuration, your firewall will redirect this traffic on 192.168.10.10. Now, in a static NAT, what kind of challenge we are facing in a static NAT? In static NAT, we need to create all translation entry statically, right? All translation entry
Yeah.
statically or manually. For example, the issue is, for example, if LAN side portion, in LAN side portion, if I have 100 computers or 200 computers, for example, 200 IP.
Yeah.
So for 200 IP address, I need 200 public IP. For 200 private IP address, I need 200 public IP. And if I'm going with static NAT configuration method, the problem is what? I need to create 200 translation entries statically or manually into this netted device. Yes or no?
Yes.
This is the issue. This is the issue. That's why in a big scenario, in a big network, I'm not going with the static NAT. No. In big network, I can go with
Dynamic.
this scenario. I can go with dynamic NAT. In dynamic NAT, yes, for 200 private IP address, I require 200 public IP. Yes, I require 200 public IP, but this time I'm not creating 200 entry statically or manually. No. In dynamic
Mm.
NAT, you can create a range of public IP here. You can create a range of public IP with the help of single command. No need to create 200 entries statically. I don't want to create. That's why I can go with dynamic NAT. With the help of single command, I can create a range of public IP here. Now, this time, if anyone, for example, this 10.10 is trying to travel outside, it can get any IP address from this pool range and traffic is traveling. If 10.11 is
Mm.
trying outside, it can get any IP address from this pool range and traffic is traveling. Clear my point?
Yes. Clear.
But here we have a challenge. In a static NAT, in dynamic NAT, here we have a challenge. For 200 private IP address, I need to buy 200 public IP. This is the issue.
200, yeah.
Okay, that's why we are using a popular option. That's why we have a popular option. It's called what? PAT. Port Address
But
Translation. What is PAT? In PAT, you can translate multiple private IP address with
yes,
single public IP.
very it's
With
single,
single
yeah.
public IP. Okay, for example, this is your public facing interface, right? This is your public facing
Yeah.
interface, and here I'm using 99.99.99.100. This is public facing interface IP. In PAT, what we can do in PAT, we can translate multiple private IP address with single public IP. With single public IP. Now,
Okay.
now if 10.10, if 10.10 is trying to travel outside, it will get this public IP and traffic is traveling to outside. If 10.11 is trying to travel outside, it can get same public IP and traffic is traveling to outside. Clear my point, UNC?
No,
Clear?
no, no. I didn't get your point. I
Now
didn't
what?
get your last point.
Okay, okay. My point is what? If 10.10 is trying to travel outside, it can get same public IP and traffic is traveling to outside. If 10.11 is trying to
Yes.
travel outside, it will get same public IP and traffic is traveling to outside.
Simple.
We can translate
Yeah.
multiple private IP address with single public IP.
Mm.
Okay, clear
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
what
clear.
is packet format? My point is, what is the packet format? Okay, for example, on WAN side portion, I have a server called 8.8.8.8 and
Yeah.
192.168.10.10 and 10.11. Both the devices, for example, they want to communicate with same destination, they want to access same service. Then what is the packet format? 10.10 and 10.11, they both want to access same destination, they want to access same service. Same service. What is the packet format? Wait. Now, what is source IP? Source, wait. Source IP, source port number, destination IP, destination port number. So what is source IP? Source IP is 192.168.10.10.
Mhm.
Source port number is a random port number, right? Destination IP is 8.8.8 and trying to access port number 443. Web services.
Mhm.
Now here 10.11 source port number, destination IP, destination port number. So what is source IP? Source IP is 192.168.10.10. Sorry, 10.11. And destination source port number is, for example, any random port number 52,008. Destination IP 8.8.8 and destination port number 443. So my point is if 10.10, this traffic, this is actual traffic. 10.10 is trying to communicate with 8.8. This traffic will go and hit on router device, right?
Yes.
Router will create a entry first, UNC. Okay. Router will create a entry first for this traffic. After that, it will remove this source IP. It will remove the source IP from this packet. It will it will put this outgoing interface IP as a source. So 99.99.99.100. So this public IP is communicating with
Okay.
public IP. Clear my point?
Yeah.
Now, if 10.10 is trying to communicate, this is actual traffic. This traffic will go and hit on router device. What router will do? The router will create a entry first. Router will create an entry first for this traffic, and after that, it will remove the source IP from this packet, and now traffic is traveling 99.99.99.100. Now, this is the actual traffic. This traffic is traveling to outside. Now the point
Yeah.
is if 8.8.8, okay, if 8.8.8 will give a reply packet, packet to the router, how this router will identify this reply packet is for 10.10 or it is for 10.11.
Which source?
How router will identify? Based on port numbers, right?
Port
Each
number.
each sessions has what? A port number, see, right? And
Okay.
router has an entry. Into this scenario, you are only translating your source IP. Clear my point? The rest informations are
Yes.
same.
Mm.
So based on port number, router can identify into this packet, port number is 52,000. Yes, I have an entry. I'm sending this reply packet to 10.10. In packet, if port number is 52,000, router can say, yes, I have entry. This reply packet is for 10.11 based on port number. Clear this point, UNC?
Yes. Yes. Very
Let's
clear.
talk about implementation. Okay, and I'm talking about real network. In a real network, without NAT, your LAN side portion, your LAN side computer, they cannot go on internet side. Not possible. Let me show you a real example. Real example. So I have a router. Wait. I have router device. This Ethernet 0/0 I'm using for LAN side portion. Ethernet 0/1 I'm using as a WAN side portion. Let's start all the devices. All the devices. Okay, so in my design, you can see in my design, this portion I'm using as a private network portion. Clear my
Yeah.
point?
Private network.
And
Yeah.
and this side I'm using as a public side network.
Public.
Let's try to configure IP address first on router. Just like a real scenario, I have a router. I'm working in a branch office. I have a router device. Okay. I have LAN in network, WAN network. So I can configure LAN interface, WAN interface, and default route. Default route towards ISP. Default route
Yeah.
towards ISP. Let's go to the router device. Wait. Okay, I'm trying to configure IP address first. Host name is router R1. Now interface Ethernet 0/0. IP address as per our design 200.200.200.1 I'm using. No shutdown. Interface Ethernet 0/1 192.168.29.175. For example, I'm using this IP. Now, no shutdown command, no shutdown. I'm trying to configure default route. So for any unknown destination, ISP is my gateway. And what is gateway IP in my design? 192.168.29.1. You can check basic configuration. You have a router with LAN portion with WAN side network. Now we can verify our default route. Yes, for any unknown destination, ISP is a gateway. Do you want to clear my point?
Yeah.
You can verify, okay? Into this router device, we have internet connectivity. Yes, you can check. You can verify your connectivity with Google DNS. See,
Mm, yes.
I can ping Google DNS. Okay, just like a real network. Okay, I
Mm,
have a router device with LAN network, with WAN side portion, and default route towards
okay.
ISP. This is internet cloud.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm getting reply. I can ping to 8.8.8.8. Now, if I can ping 8.8.8, let's go to LAN machine. Let's go to LAN machine, and I'm trying to initiate my traffic from LAN machine. Wait. Please wait. Okay, this machine is taking time. Juvency, can you hear me? Juvency, tomorrow I am
Yes.
not available. Okay, tomorrow I am
Oh,
not available, so we will continue our session on Monday. Okay, dear?
yes. Okay. No problem.
Yes, yes. Are you doing lab practice, Juvency?
Yes, but
Okay.
I think I don't know if you are available on the weekend. Maybe if I have some question, I will ask.
Do you have this EVNG software? Do you have?
You shared to me, but I didn't
Yes, I
install.
shared with you EVNG full pack
Yeah, but I will install it. But this one also required some
resources,
iOS.
RAM and processor. Yes, minimum 16 GB RAM. But this software is good. Okay, with this software you can perform any practical like firewall practicals, security lab, routing and switching lab. You can perform.
Okay.
So if you build a PC with good RAM and processor, so this can help you a lot to learn technology. Like like if you have 16 to 32 GB RAM, and try to go with the desktop machine to see. Okay, desktop is good.
Yeah.
Desktop always work faster. I think you have laptop, right?
Yes, I have
Yes.
laptop, but this
Try to go
this
with the desktop.
MNG.
Okay, desktop is good. Desktop,
Ah,
because desktop work fast 3 time, 4 time. It's better than to laptop device.
okay. I should buy. The problem is, I don't. We don't have power anytime. You
Okay.
see. Then for a laptop, you can use battery. But I will try. I will try to search. Desktop is less expensive than laptop.
Yes, desktop is less expensive. Less expensive. It's good, but the point is not like a laptop you cannot move with. You cannot take desktop
Mm,
machine
mm,
anywhere.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I should arrange one place in my house, like my home office.
Yes. Okay, so see, I have this machine, Juvenzi, okay? This machine. This machine is a LAN machine, okay, and we have proper IP address configuration here. What is proper IP address means? Proper IP address configuration means what? We have IP address, mask, gateway, and DNS entry. You can say we have proper
Oh,
IP address configuration on this machine. Now, if I'm trying to initiate my traffic, for example, if I'm trying to verify my connectivity with my gateway IP, yes, I can ping to this gateway because it's a directly connected network, same subnet of IP. So
mm,
from this machine, I can ping to my gateway. It's good because the same subnet of IP. But in case if I'm
mm,
trying to travel through the router, I'm trying to communicate with 8.8.8. So when you initiate this traffic will go This traffic will go and hit on this router device. And this router has a default
yeah,
route. This router has a default route towards ISP gateway. So now if you check, if you verify your connectivity, I'm talking about real network. You can see this inside machine cannot access internet. Router has a default route, but
yes,
traffic is not traveling. Okay, because if
yeah,
you are traveling from private network to public network, you need translation, right? You need translation.
yes,
See, you cannot ping 8.8.8. You cannot ping.
yeah.
So let's talk about our NAT configuration. NAT configuration, and I'm talking about first what? Static NAT configuration.
Static.
Static NAT, yes. Let's go to router. What is static NAT? 1-to-1 mapping. One to
One
one.
to one.
So for example,
Yeah.
I have a public IP. I have a public IP 192.168.29.140. I have this public IP and I want to map this 200 200 200 dot 200 200 200 dot 10 IP. This dot 10 IP config. This dot 10 IP I'm trying to map with this 192.168.29.10. Let's go to router. How to create a static entry? How to create a static entry? So command is what? IP NAT inside source static. This is the command. What? IP NAT
Okay.
inside source
IP
static.
not inside
Static.
source static.
Static. Now you can define your inside local IP address. What is inside local IP address? 200, 200, 200.10. Now question mark. What is
Yes.
inside global IP address? So this is what? This is your public IP. So what is public IP? 192.168.29.140. Done. Done. Your
140.
first entry.
Oh,
Like this, you can create 50 entry, 100 entry, 200 entry. You require private IP,
manual.
public IP, private IP, public IP, private IP, public IP. Now, after
Yeah,
NAT
from
Mhm.
you can do it from Notepad, then just apply.
Yes, in Notepad, you can arrange all the IP address and you can paste no problem. Yes, yes, you can do this. But my point is what we need to create entry statically, okay? In a static NAT. I have one entry. Now I need to apply NAT on interfaces. Let's go to it. So once you configure NAT, you need to apply on public facing interface. You can use a command IPNAT outside. On LAN facing interface, you can use a command IPNAT inside. So let's go to LAN facing interface. LAN facing interface Ethernet 0/0. IPNAT inside, IPNAT inside, IPNAT inside, and let's go to outside interface. On outside interface, on public facing interface, we can use a command IPNAT. Nat outside. Wait, it's working slow.
Yeah, but the
Yes,
IP
Jules.
which we use,
Sorry.
the IP which okay, the public IP which we use, yeah, should normally should pass. Is on
It's
that
actual a
network.
private IP. I know it's actual a private IP, but in our design, okay, in our design, network
Yeah,
design, we are using this. We are trying to consider this IP as a public IP. Okay.
is a public. Yeah.
Yes. Right now, I'm not getting reply. Once you applied NAT on both the interfaces, you can check again. It's this router is stuck. Please wait.
Mm, taking
Now, exit. Let's go to public facing interface Ethernet 0/1 IP NAT outside. Done. You can see now. You can see.
yeah, yeah,
You can see here. You
yeah.
are
Now
getting
it's
reply. So just
mhm.
like a real network, you can see now this inside machine can travel to outside. This private IP we are translating with public IP. Okay, public IP.
Okay, okay.
Now you can initiate more
But
traffic for example,
you
Google.
know,
Yes, yes, yes.
on that scale, when I'm deploying my new customers
Mm-hmm.
IP, I don't know if my logic is good. I'm implementing the point-to-point IP with public directly
Okay.
from my router
Mm.
with the customer router.
Okay.
I set the point-to-point IP using public directly. No need to NAT. That
Okay.
means from the user, from the
Mm.
user,
Mm.
uh, they are using directly the public, but from his router, he will do the NAT himself.
See, NAT is required, Juvency. NAT is required when traffic is traveling from private
Yeah,
network to public network. Anywhere, anywhere. Okay. And NAT is not only for private to public translation, Juvency. NAT actually we are using
oh,
for
okay,
translation. NAT we are using to
okay,
translate one IP into another IP. One
okay.
IP into another. Yes, it is not for internet traffic. No. NAT we are using to
No,
translate one IP into another IP. It doesn't matter. Okay, you want to translate private IP into private IP, public IP into public IP. Okay, private IP into public, public to private. Doesn't matter. Okay, NAT we are using only for translation.
translation.
Okay.
Okay. Mm.
Yes, you can translate your private IP into private IP, public IP into public IP. No problem. Clear now?
Yes, clear.
But we have a method for translation configuration. We have method. We can go with static NAT, dynamic NAT, PAT option. If you go in firewall device, in firewalls we have source NAT, destination NAT. In firewalls, in routers we can only configure static NAT, dynamic NAT, and PAT option. Clear now my point?
Yeah, it's clear.
Now let's go with this command show IP NAT translation. So yes, we have translation entry as per our configuration. This
Okay.
200.200.10 is translated with this IP 192.168.29
Oh,
dot
okay.
140.
Yeah.
Clear now?
IP NAS translation.
In case if I don't have NAT, in case if I don't have NAT, let's delete this entry, this NAT entry. I don't have any entry. So you can see now, if you don't have any entry, so you can see this inside machine is not getting reply. See,
Yeah.
request timeout. Now I don't
Yeah.
want to go with static net. No, I'm looking for dynamic net. Okay, I have range of public IP.
Yeah.
For example, I have range of public IP. This IP 192.168.29.120 to 124. I have five public IP. So
Yes.
from LAN side network, any five public IP, any five machines can utilize this public range. They can utilize public range. Let's go to dynamic NAT configuration. For dynamic NAT configuration, we can create a range of public IP. What is the command? What is the command? IP NAT pool. Command is what? IP
Okay.
NAT pool. You can give a pool name.
Cool.
Pool 1, for example. Pool 1. Now question mark
Yeah.
start IP. What is start IP? Start public IP 192.168.29.120. Question mark asking for what? End IP.
And IP address
192.168.29.124.
for. Okay.
24. So I have wait. Mask 255 dots. So I have range of public IP.
Okay.
This is what? A range.
That's
NAT pool. This is what? IP NAT pool. IP NAT
yeah.
pool. Now, once you create, now I can configure NAT, IP, NAT, inside, source, and this time I'm not using static method. No, no. This time I'm using
Mm.
list command. List, source, list. You can define access list number here. Yes, I will create access list. But let's give a number here. For example, I'm using 10.
Okay.
It means I will configure standard access list. I will configure later, okay? Wait, but let's add access list number here. Now question mark what? Interface, pool. So right now our command is what? Pool. What is pool name?
Pool one.
So I'm trying to apply pool one. What I'm saying? IP NAT inside source list. List 10. 10 means what? 10 means access list 10 format what 200.200.200.0 wildcard mask. So if this network is trying to travel outside this network, I'm trying to map with this pool IP. Done our configuration. You can initiate your traffic from LAN side portion. See, I'm getting replies.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can verify now. You can show I okay, let's initiate traffic from this machine also, from both the machines. This machine also, I'm trying to initiate some traffic. For example, I'm trying to ping google.com with hyphen T, google.com.
Yeah. It's okay.
Let's initiate more traffic, ping facebook.com. Traffic is driving. Let's verify our translation, show IP NAT translation. So yes, you can verify. This 200.200.200.10 IP is getting what? IP does from your pool range 121 IP, and
Okay.
this 28, this is second machine. IP config
Mm.
second machine. 28 IP I'm using. This 28 is translated with 192.168.29.120. So both the
Okay.
machines, they are getting
Yes.
IP address
That's
from your
that.
range 120 to 124. Clear this? QNC?
Mm. Yes. Clear.
Now in case if I'm looking for PAT configuration, what is PAT? In PAT, we can translate multiple private IP address with single public IP. So let's
Yes.
remove this NAT option, access list I'm not using. Okay, let's go with IP pool. Let's delete pool. Let's delete NAT. Okay, now I'm trying to configure, wait, let's go with the hyphen T. Traffic is not traveling. You can see now, traffic is not traveling. So now Now we can go with PAT option. PAT configuration step is very simple. IP, NAT, inside, source, list. Access is number 10. This time I'm not using pool, I'm using interface. And what is public facing interface, UNC? Ethernet 0/1, right? Command is
Oh,
overload.
yeah.
This is the command to configure PAT in Cisco router. IP NAT inside,
Okay.
source list, access list number, interface, Ethernet 0/1, and overload is the command. Now, yes, I can configure access list 10, format 200, 200, 200.0, wildcard marks. Done.
Okay.
See?
This is network. Okay.
And you can verify now. You can verify both the devices,
Yes.
both IP address, they are translated with single public IP. What public IP we are using? Show IP interface brief. IP address we are using
Hmm.
175, right? So now show IP
Okay.
NAT translation. You can verify this 200, 200, 200.10 is translated with this 175 IP. This 28 is translated with 175 IP. This is our
Okay.
NAT constituency. I hope it's clear for you.
Yeah. It's clear.
Okay. Now let's
Very,
continue our
very
session
clear.
on Monday because tomorrow I am not available. We will discuss next topic FHRP on Monday.
Okay, but the problem, one question is this kind of lab, I can do it with Genius Tree also.
You can set up this type of lab in your laptop, okay? No problem. What configuration you have? We can set up lab, no problem. Do you have 8 GB RAM in your
No, no,
laptop?
I ask if this lab I can do it with Genius Tree. Is it possible or
No,
not?
no, no. In Genius 3, you can
Because
use router only. And see, for Genius 3 or for, because see, if you want to use real machines, okay, like Windows 7, Windows servers, you require resources again. If you have 8 GB RAM, no problem. You can set up EVNG. I can help you, UNC.
okay, I
Okay.
will remove Genius Tree and put EVNG, right?
Yes, you can go with no need to remove, okay? You can just upload your EVNG software, no problem. You can
Okay,
use anyone as per your uh, requirement. Anyone you can use. But try to go with GNS 3 first, okay? Because for BGP configuration, for VPN configuration, IP version 6, FHRP, yes, GNS 3 is required, okay? UNC.
okay, okay,
Or GNS 3 is okay, no problem.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's continue our session on Monday, UNC, okay?
Okay, please
And
share the session with the
sure, I'm
others.
sharing. In 15 minutes, I'm sharing today's session recording, okay?
Thank you.
Bye, dear. Take care, UNC.
Bye.
Bye.